Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick live stream. Now this time we're going to be doing a different thing. You can see we have a nice blank piece of paper, and instead of doing a coloring book stream this time, I'm going to try and do a drawing, which is something I haven't done in a very long time. Uh-oh, can't pour coffee like that. That almost fell out of the coffee thing. I haven't drawn anything in a really long time, so I'm interested to see how this goes. Look at this, I'm pouring the coffee over my piece of paper. Not advised, but you need that first-person coffee pouring experience, ladies and gents. Now, if you don't know my channel, it's called The Voice of Nick. I play video games live 3 times a day and 7 days a week. It's typically all story-focused games on here. Right now, obviously, I'm not doing any video games. I'm out of town, so I figured let's do some other stuff, artwork and such, to whatever my ability allows. So we're going to draw on this piece of paper here Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI, or at least to give it a shot. We'll see how this goes. I haven't drawn anything in a really long time, so be gentle, ladies and gents, and let's give it a try. I always tilt my paper like this, so sorry. So he's like kind of like this. I am working off of a reference, so I'm not completely like drawing this off, you know, the top of my head or whatever. But hopefully it'll still be fun to watch. And the picture we're going for, if anyone is interested to look for it, it's kind of like the key art for Dragon Quest XI. There's sort of that that picture of them all standing in front of the Yggdrasil tree. That's the picture that I'm going for here. I assume his leg goes like that. So let's get in there with a little bit of detail, I guess. Just sort of roughing out some of the general spots for things. So you can sort of see what is going on with Sylvando. And I have a larger idea for what I would like to do for this, but let's just you can see I have my colored pencils out, but I don't know if we'll mess around with colored pencils or if we'll just go straight for the drawing, see if we can, you know, accomplish this first before we try and do anything fancy. I do like drawing though, and I never really get to do it anymore, so it'll be fun to give this a shot. This eraser doesn't really come off the page very easily. Let's see here. His head should be sort of tilted downwards. I'm gonna get some better kind of like leading lines in here before we mess with that. Let's also work with a regular pencil. So his head's going like this. Maybe a little bit more upwards. I find that whenever I draw something, you have to be willing to erase what you're doing before you actually get anything done. or else you're going to end up with something you don't like, which I certainly could still do, end up with something I don't like and then be stuck with it because we're too far into the drawing to change it. So this has like that angle right there. This has this angle like that. This. Got one of these. Got one of these. Got one of these. Where does this sideburn go to, like that? So we're at the beginning of a drawing here. You're seeing this from the absolute outset. Get his hair in there. None of this stuff really matters though, because if we need to change it, it's obviously going to change. So let's do a little bit of this. Get his face in this thing. He has sort of an overbite, I guess. All right. Get one of those. Get his chin. Man, I'm pretty rusty at drawing. But this could be a fun exercise either way. Alright, so he has like more of a dipped in his nose right there. He sort of goes like this, and then get an angle of where his mouth is supposed to be. Yeah, sort of like that. Alright, now the face is sort of coming in. You need that little chin line right there. Get one of these things A little bit of that old shadow. Try and get some of his high cheekbones. Alright, we got a Sylvando going. Now I gotta give this some more sharp hair stuff. Sharper hair situation. Decaf! Sylvando, darlings! Yes, it is. We're going for a Sylvando drawing on today's program. See how far we get before I give up. Nah, I ain't giving up. He says, before possibly giving up. Go in like this. Welcome, Decaf, to the show. We are drawing a picture of Sylvando. It is working from a reference, although I'm not tracing or coloring this time. Just a regular old drawing. Doing my best. Let's get some of his little balls here. Decaf adding that quote, "I ain't giving up," he says before possibly giving up. Love it. How are you doing, Decaf? Since the last episode, I understand more about the struggle of staying up later, because now it is 10:55, whereas in LA it would normally have only been 7:55 for me. I always end up making these like guidelines of like where to draw it, and then I end up completely changing like where the picture is. So the guidelines are worth jack squat. Alright, that's supposed to be more like this. Decaf doing good? Been listening to nerd parodies of boy band songs? That's awesome. What is an example of a title of one of those songs? Give him a bigger chest there. All right. Good. Drop it like a Spock. I love it. Good stuff. Who is the artist? Yeah, you can see like the guidelines are totally off now from where like he actually is ending up. That always ends up happening in my drawings. Don't follow the lines. Don't follow the guidelines. Draw your own picture, baby. I'm trying not to smudge my own picture all the time. But this eraser is very like sticky, sticks to the paper, the shards of it. His arm needs to be bigger. He's got a cool pose. It's like a JoJo pose. He's thrusting his hips outwards. And his leg. I'm gonna lose these legs. It's just gonna confuse me. His leg is sort of going like this. Yeah, sort of a curve like that. His other leg is going like that. K-Face TV. Cool. I haven't checked out any of the new wiki pages yet. I'm really excited to, though. I have been sleeping all day after getting off the plane right before I did these two videos. That's closer to what it is. Okay, good. Sylvando. Oops. These fingers need to be closer together and on top of one another. It's like a pretty complex hand gesture he's doing here. He's like, his hand is like backhanded. Something like, yep, so his knuckles would go like this. That does not look at all like what I'm going for. Let's try and follow the lines of his hands. Something like dee. Same artist did a rap between Kirk and Picard. Nice. So that's the back of his hand right there. Gonna get each of his fingers in here. There's a pinky. Okay, and his pinky is kind of following the situation, going all the way down his hand like this. Although that doesn't make a lot. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Pinky's going like that. This finger's going like this. Post links in the Discord? Yeah, go for it. I'd love to see it. Alright, so this is the last one that you actually see, like, connecting to his hand. And then this one's kind of just flopping out there. Like that. And this is going to come in like this. Something like that. Doing a little weird hand thing. We'll mess with it later. We're just trying to get him on paper at the moment. Got a little shock of bright hair there. Get the rest of his balls. Like that, like that, like that. This one back there. Went over, not this far down though. Okay, that's his neckline. So let's get both of these necklines in here. One, and then two. He's got a second neckline. Let's draw in his chest area. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. It's weird that they go that way. I feel like they would, maybe they're like cutting down, like dropping down or something. Now this is going to be his little stripe thing. Good. Then he's got some circus type thingies here. Oh, I see it. They're kind of tapered. And right around where this part is, it sort of drops. Dinks are in Discord. Links are in Discord. Awesome. I'm looking forward to checking it out. All right. And I guess I'll ink this later. He's showing up though. He's appearing through the page. Do you guys think looking good? I'd hang it on my wall. Oh. Thank you, Decaf. Hopefully it will look even gooder in a little bit. All right, Sylvando. He's coming into his own. If anyone's just tuning in, by the way, you're watching The Voice of Nick. I play video games live 3 times a day and 7 days a week. Right now I'm out of town, so I'm not playing any video games, but I am drawing a picture of Sylvando from a video game that we're playing. Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI. He's coming together. He's still pretty rough right now. But if you like what you see, Or if you want to see more of it, then hit that follow button. It's like right here, I guess. That follow button, you see a follower goal up here of 20. So join along. There's plenty of out-of-town streams happening where I don't play video games, where instead I draw pictures and color stuff in a coloring book. And then if you also want to see my video game shows, those will be happening as well. Welcome Solace Spark to the stream. We're drawing a picture of Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI. Looks like a court jester. I enjoy it. I'm glad. Then I have achieved my goal of his look, because he definitely does have a court jester kind of look, like a circus. He's a guy from a circus in the game. So, welcome, Solace, to the stream. Let's get an exclamation mark high in the chat for Solace Spark. Welcome to the show. How are you doing on this fine Wednesday evening? Where's this coming from? Here. So this is kind of a weird situation with his leg right there. Okay. Yeah, sure. His legs are a little thin, but that's kind of the way they look. Maybe I'll thicken them up a little bit. Extra thick Sylvando. Solid saying, way better than I have been. I got super sick last night. Oh no, hadn't moved from my bed until an hour ago. Wow, well I'm glad you're feeling better. Solace Spark. Send some hearts for Solace, baby, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling better. That is good news. No. I feel like his legs need to be thinner for it to cut like more of an interesting silhouette. I'm making too many strokes on the page. I usually try not to do that. Alright, so now we can go back in and like really mess with his stuff. The hand is a weird pose, but it's kind of always a weird pose in this image, so I guess that's all good. Let's maybe get this forefinger a little bit more angular, like that. And yeah, let's go in with a Sharpie. What kind of stuff do I got with this Sharpie here? All right, can make some strokes on that. I've never really inked a picture before, so this will be my first time doing it. See how this goes. This may turn out very poorly. Because the thing about inking, as I understand it, is that it can look totally different once you erase all the pencil parts from the page. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's get his ear in there. Quote 112. We did it, darlings. From Dragon Quest. Love it. Good stuff, decaf. All right, let's see how this goes. This is really an experiment into inking, because I seriously have not ever done this before. So I was saying I wish I could draw that quickly. It would take me a couple hours to draw something. I am drawing from a reference, so that helps a little bit. But I got kind of lucky with this one. Usually I would do a lot more erasing than I have been doing. Let's see. He does have eyes down there, but I want to get it in with pencil before we mess with that. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right. That's his eye right there, but that we can't really tell what that is going to be looking like until we erase the lines. What is he doing back there? He's got like a pose behind his back, but I can't really see what he's doing. So now he's got his back sort of arched here. Slim him down with his belt. Alright, and we're going to decrease the size of his... we'll keep it the same. Of his hole in his jacket thing. So I was saying, even from reference, I'd take forever, but I can paint and sculpt really quickly. Ooh, nice. I cannot sculpt at all. I love painting. I like oil paints and acrylic paints, although I have not mastered, not that I've mastered any of them, have not even gotten close to knowing how to do watercolors. That's like my next thing I want to try and do. Do you guys saying, Nick, you're making me want to draw Sylvando? Go for it. This picture you can get on... I actually just searched Dragon Quest 11 on Google and got this picture. It's sort of the like the key art for the game. So you'll find it pretty easily. It's like very moody. It's all the different characters kind of lined up on a hill looking at the Yggdrasil tree. I'm sure you'll see it if you search it there. Go for it. Definitely beat my drawing. I would love to see some other people's takes on it. So if I'm truly inking this, then we would like kind of go in there with shadows and stuff. Let's do it. Let's go in with a bigger Sharpie. All right, that looks good. Huh. I guess that's the way it looks in the picture, huh? Give him a little extra area here. I'm just going to add that. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be in the picture or not. Sometimes you got to add things so that it like makes sense in your head. If that makes any sense at all. So I was saying watercolors are fun. I use acrylic for most of mine. Haven't sculpted in a long time. Need to find a place to do that. D kept saying I found it. I don't know if my art will be as good as yours. It's not about which one is as good. It's about artistic choices. I am making none. I'm just trying to draw it the same way it is. But hopefully it'll turn out cool. This is really my foray into attempting to ink something. I've never done this. I always just do it in pencil. So this will be interesting. Let's give it a shot. All right, so let's see what this looks like if we erase some of these areas here. Oh, it's looking very cartoony. Love it. Cool. See, now I'm not very like confident with my ink lines though. Oh God, is this gonna look terrible without the pencil? That still looks pretty good. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Not bad at all. Now the problem is you can't really go back over ink lines. So like if you kind of mess it up, that's it. So I can't clean them up that much. On digital art I could. But on here it's pretty risky to attempt it. And we don't have that many areas that are really, truly dark. I probably shouldn't have given this that really thick darkness because no other areas are really going to have it. But, you know, you make mistakes. It's the way it goes. Do you guys saying I might change up some colors, but yeah, it looks fun to draw. Yeah, it's a cool pose. It's very challenging. It's pretty tricky because of the way that his body is leaning. You know, it's kind of against your better judgment to draw him that way, especially the way his hand is, because his hand is in a very complex position. So good luck with the hand. I don't know that I really achieved it, but hopefully it doesn't look totally like trash when we ink it. Inking's cool. It's pretty zen. It's kind of, you know, I'm like tracing my own lines here. Yeah, I gotta be more like decisive about my ink lines. Maybe we'll throw some of these texture lines in there. And this kind of goes up his back, his like shoulder area, like that. But you want this to be a little bit wrinkled because obviously it's his shirt. Alright, not my best, not my worst. I may have made that one too small. Oh well. So I was saying texture lines can be hard. I struggle with fabric because I think how it would bunch in real life. Yeah, it's hard because like, especially when you're inking something, you're being so minimalist, and then having like deciding on which lines to do is like pretty. It's like this. I shouldn't have done this because it's the only instance of that, so it looks very out of place. So yeah, it can be pretty tough to decide on when to do something like that. But I think it looks alright. Maybe I'm just overreacting. Alright. Give him an extra little texture line there. Alright, so That looks pretty good. I probably should have made the belt longer. Looks a little wimpy, skimpy. And this hand is way in the background, so let's just kind of indicate it. Here we go with this hand. Should his thumb be long like that? Let's make it like this. All right. So I was saying the belt looks great. If it gets too long, you lose it in his skirt. Oh, true. I appreciate that then. We don't want to lose his belt. I'm still not like 100% happy with the way his leg looks, but I want to commit to it. Like I don't want to keep messing it around. Okay. Get some right there, I would say. There you go. Welcome, the boss. 95 million, let's say. Welcome to the show. Let's get an exclamation mark high for the boss. I didn't know Bruce Springsteen liked to watch Twitch channels. T. Bauer, welcome to the show as well. We're drawing a picture of Sylvando. Right now I'm inking it. And then we will possibly color it in. We'll make our own coloring book, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get an exclamation mark high for the boss and for T. Bauer in the show. All right, and then we want to add his, like, stitch pants things. Yeah, it's a straight line. Okay. Dragon Quest XI is one of the gameplay series that we're doing on the channel right now. Sylvando being one of the major players in the game. Oh, Solid saying off topic, but I still can't see half of what Nickbot is saying. So, Solid Spark, that means you have an Android phone. There's a glitch happening on Android phones right now on Twitch. I contacted them about it. A lot of people have been talking about it, but any of that text, you know how you can type /me to make the text look like the color of your username? Any text that is /me text will not show up on Android phones. Oh, whoops, I forgot to draw that little ball. Here we go. So yeah, sorry about that, Solace, but we'll just have to wait it out, I guess. How are you doing today, the boss? And how are you doing today, T. Bauer? Yeah, that's such a complex hand gesture. I think it's like 80%. I'm like 80% happy with it. So I'll take it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take it. Okay, now we get rid of all the pencil lines, and now we just have the ink. I'm pretty happy with how fast we made this. Usually I draw like a, you know, a person or something, and it's a lot, obviously, more complicated and also less conducive to making ink. Or you'd have to make some real artistic choices to ink a picture like that. I'm not very good at sort of like cartooning or caricaturing a real person. But on a existing cartoon, totally. Damn, this one is small and it's bothering me. But we'll mess with this. Here we go. So I was saying that sucks. Hopefully they fix it or I get a new phone. There you go. That's one way to solve the problem, baby. Decaf, I think I'm going to draw all the pictures, but not Yggdrasil, the dragon, or the rest of the background. Nice. Go for it, baby. Boss trying to type /me. You want to do /me space and then whatever text you want. And it basically, the /me goes away and it just looks like your username. So Solid Spark, you can't see that message, I guess, but it says hello and it's in the color of my username. Yeah, it really sucks that they haven't done anything about that. All right, well, since we got a little bit of time, let's mess with some colors. Let's try and color in our own DIY coloring book that we just made. So I was saying I'm due for an upgrade, finally, after the first of the year. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, then you may yet see more comments. Okay, we have this color, which is like a red. We have this color, which is like a magenta. Okay, let's mess with this page and see what that magenta looks like. Do I want that? Not really. I'll just mess with this red. So, give it some deep tones in here. This is going to be black going into this area, so we don't need to mess too much with it. The boss getting that high five. Power level of 800,000. I love it. Decaf getting a power level of 50,000. You guys are building on each other. What's the next one going to be? Ah! Okay, this one doesn't really help. What if we put in some brown? I feel like it needs brown. Yeah, dirty that baby up. Okay, and now come in with some black. Okay, so we can match this black sort of the inking and make it not so harsh, which is cool. Good to know. May have gone a little bit overboard with the dark areas here, but whatever. All right. My phone is at 42%. The boss thing, is there a fight command? There's not. Oh, you can challenge! Exclamation mark challenge. Which will, I believe, put a certain amount of meatballs on the line. So just make sure you have, like, I think like 50 meatballs or something. You can also do exclamation mark hug, which has a different ending every time depending on what you get. So give that one a shot as well. You may not have enough meatballs, the boss. Yeah, you need to have, I think, 50. I'm going to put some light tones of red in here because this is going to be mostly brown over on this side. Oh, whoops, I forgot to ink this part. Uh-oh. Done. The boss, give it a shot with doing a exclamation mark hug, because those are free and a lot of times they do involve physical challenges or other activities and fighting and everything. So you want to say exclamation mark hug and then the username of someone. This should just be a very bright red outfit, so let's kind of fill this in with red. All right, now get some black in here. Dirtying it up. All right, let's get some dark spots over here. It's a race against time to beat my phone's battery life. on this stream. Yeah, it kills your phone battery to try and stream off of it. And also this mic that I have plugged in, you know, obviously you can't, on the iPhone 8, you can't also have it charging because of the stupid one port. So yeah. Yeah, this white doesn't really help much. I don't like that. Alright, this definitely needs some kind of green. But I'm not sure which kind. Also a very light touch of green. Not that one. It needs like this one? No. It's more of like a teal. That's a little closer. More of a bluish. And let's throw some of this green in here. I'm just gonna guess which one to use, because I'm guessing when you combine them it kind of gives it the right color. Sure. Alright. Here we go, ladies and gents. Sylvando coming into shape. Try to continue these like folds from where they are on this side. Decaf would definitely hang this on your wall. Thank you, Decaf. I appreciate that. Let's see if I can horribly mess it up. I guess the black also needs some degree of greenish, tealishness to it. Put a blanket of green on here. Because the interesting thing is that there's really no such thing as black. It's just a shadow of a color. So anytime you see black or white, you really need to identify, like, all right, what color is this? Uh-oh, boss beat decaf. Nice. Congratulations. Decaf needs to take some revenge. All right, let's get some of this teal on these balls here. Infusing it with teal. Good. Get some, maybe some green in there. Good. All right, this part is black. Cool. Decaf's gonna cheat and trace it. Nice. Sounds good. Nothing wrong with a little good tracing. Good. Let's get this red collar thing that he's got. I'm just gonna put it all the way back there. I don't know if it actually is supposed to go back there, but whatever. All right, now let's get his flesh tone. Sylvando. I think these are all pretty good for what we're doing. All right, let's get a little bit of brown. You got to be careful on the face because you don't want to overdo it. All right, this part is very, very light. It's almost blown out. Something like that. I'm at 30% battery. Okay. We're moving, baby. Good. Cool. Loving it. What happens if we combine these two? Nothing. Alright. What if we get some brown on there? I have precious little brown. Alright, and he's a little jaundiced at the moment, so we're gonna give him some red. Okay, it's looking good. Give him more of this. Get some red in there. And that'll give you that proper flesh tone, more or less. Okay, cool. Got a little dark area here, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Little bit of this. Oh, he has an earring that I didn't depict here. Whoops. Let's draw it in, I guess. You don't really need to see the color of it. It's not like we're ever gonna get that close. I literally can't see his eye ball. But we're gonna give him one. Just because it looks weird if we don't give it to him. All right. Here we go. We're moving, baby. Do you guys have a light board that's designed for tracing, but I can't find it? It might be in storage. That's a cool thing to have. They had those at art classes and stuff. Never owned one. All right, so let's try and get this light pattern on his head. All right, looking good. Trying to keep the strokes true to where the hair would be moving. All right, we're doing good. Killing it, baby. We'll probably keep this white to give it that sort of extreme highlight look. Okay. This is going. It's like a curl, it's like a bun at the end of his ponytail, or his whatever it is. All right, done. Let's get this thing, a little gold in here. Oh yeah. That looks good. Oh yeah. Great. Face done. I like to try and get that as soon as possible so we know if I ruined the picture. Okie dokie. Get some of this. Get some of this. May blend it a little bit. Make it look 3D. Set that into the background. Good. It's moving. Cool. Now, we do a little bit of the old hands. I'm just going to give them knuckles here because they don't really show the knuckles. Okay, get the highlight, because it's not going to be actually white, it's going to be pinkish. Get the red in here. Alright, well, I don't love the way his pinky looks. I may have plunged it too far into shadow, but we're moving on. We're all good. This is an interesting bit of textures here. I don't really know the best way to replicate this. Here we go. Alright, now we want this one. This has kind of like a reddish sort of glow to it. Speaking of which, I'll get that a little bit. So you want this kind of golden red in there. Didn't really replicate the texture that I wanted, but that's alright. My stream went down for a minute. Oh, because it hit 20%. I hate that stupid message that comes up. There's a message that says, like, your stream is, your thing is going to die. Do you want to turn on low power mode? But it's like, I already have low power mode. Like, how am I going to turn it on again? Damn iPhone. Alright, well, it's a race to the finish then. To try and get to the end of this picture before it reaches 0. But is it connected to Twitch? That's the other question. I suppose it is. It reset my chat though. Oh, and also it's doing that stupid thing that causes it to be overexposed or something. Damn it. Well, sound off if you're still in the chat. Let me know. Post some exclamation mark hype in there. T Bauer with that hype. Welcome back, T Bauer. How long was it offline, by the way? Did you catch that? I think it started a new stream, and since it's probably been 4 hours, it sent out the message that I'm live now, which is annoying. 2 minutes. Yeah, so there is no uptime. So how long was it offline, I mean? Yeah, if it is off long enough, then it will cut the stream and treat it as a second one. So this is going to look like 2 episodes in the past broadcasts. DK saying 15, 30 seconds. T-Bauer seem not very long. Huh. I wish Twitch would give me a chance before cutting the stream. It's a bummer. And it's really washing out all my colors now. I don't know how to fix that though. Like if you put it close to the camera, you can see there's more involved than it looks. It just looks like white. It's like overexposed. How far back can you go before it? Okay, that looks good again. I think. Do you guys think it looks so good? I want to buy it and hang it on my wall. Thank you, Decaf. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm able to communicate the black and white striped suit, because it's actually really hard to do, is convey value in something that's black and then something that's white right next to it and have it show up as black and white and not just one like big gray mass. But it actually does show up as black and white. Or I hope it does. Do you guys think I would say you should make prints, but that would probably get you a lawsuit? Yeah, maybe. Alright, the phone is at 15%. Demi Menace, welcome to the stream. Hello. We're playing Draw a Picture of Sylvando from Dragon Quest. Welcome to the stream, and welcome Skittle Kitty. Demi saying, wow, it looks amazing. Skittle saying, it looks really good. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Here's a close-up of our friend Sylvando. Hooray, there's his face. There's the rest of them, sorta. We inked it. I've never inked an image before. Use some Sharpie, and yeah, I'm not very good at cartoon style stuff, so I really am glad that it's turning out okay. And my phone is rapidly dying, so I'm trying to finish this picture before the phone croaks. Danny saying, drawing stream plus my favorite DQ11 character. Can't go wrong. He's my favorite too. I love Sylvando. So great. We just recently had a great story moment with him. We're actually not done with the game yet. We're still going. We're like 60 hours in at this point. But I love Sylvando. He's so great. All right, so we're throwing some green in all of these areas. Just because it has kind of a greenish tint to it. There must be green like in the scene or something. But I always think it's more interesting to add color into your light and shadows rather than just have it be black or white. As I mentioned, there is no such thing as black or white in the real world. It's always a shade of something. Okay, now, oh, we have to do this backhand too. Okay. Backhand, here we go. Done. Okay. Pants. Ooh, that's a tough color there. I guess it's green? No. It's like a little bit of green with some brown. I guess. I think we're just going to be making up our own color for the pants. 13% phone battery. Damn, this sharpener really doesn't work very well. Okay, let's try and get some browns in here. We're gonna sort of create some folds as well. Okay, go. Gotta be careful when the phone gets to 10%, it's gonna give me another message, and that's gonna cut the feed. Skittles saying, definitely love the outfit you got in the game that you got to keep. Oh yeah, I love that outfit, it's so good. The Marty something. All right, we're at 12% still. Gotta be careful that it doesn't hit 10. All right, this ball doesn't actually cast a shadow. All right, let's try messing with some green inside of this brown. Marty Garb, that's what it's called. I love all the names in the game. So good. Alright, let's got like a greenish brown. I don't know. I guess that's the color we're going with. Still at 12. Now I'm checking it all the time. I'm too afraid. All right. It'll be more visible green-wise on the bottom here. Hey, whoa, what's going on? Welcome to Spazzy McGee with 33 Raiders. Hello. I'm waving at you. Welcome to the stream. We got Impacted Pico, the true Ginger Ninja. We got Spazzy McGee. Soon. I love it with the soon. Welcome, guys. I'm trying to wave, but it's hard to do on this table. I'm out of town, so I'm doing a artwork stream. We're drawing a picture of Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI. Oh. That's my phone going on 10% battery, so the show will have to end relatively soon, or else my phone will die. But here's the picture so far. Sylvando from Dragon Quest, and that's the rest of them. We're working on the bottom part right now. That's what he looks like. We're playing through DQ11 at the moment, and this is one of my favorite guys in the game, so I figure let's do a picture of him, baby. It's also my first time trying to ink an image. I've never inked anything, so we did it in pencil first, and then went through with the Sharpie and inked all the lines. And I'm kind of happy with that because it was my first experience with it. Spazzy saying, looks good, man. I appreciate that. And thank you to True Ginger Ninja for the follow. Welcome to the Meatball Marauders. Enjoy your 20 meatballs that I'm handing you right now. And everybody say hi to True Ginger Ninja. Get an exclamation mark follower, space, True Ginger Ninja, to welcome our newest follower into the fold. Enjoy your 20 meatballs. Don't spend or eat them all in one place, or do. I can't tell you what to do. What were you playing today, Spazzy? Let's get a shout out for Spazzy if we have not done so already. Shout out for Spazzy McGee. Actually, I can do that right now. Playing Master Chief Collection. Nice. Which is your Halo of choice? Mine was always Halo 3 back in the day. We're going for this like brownish green pant leg. I don't know if I love the look of it, but that's what he's got now, I guess. It's a very tricky color to try and replicate with colored pencils that they have chosen for this character. Hey, Admiral Mediocre, welcome to the channel. I'm waving like this. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Admiral Mediocre. Great name, by the way. Welcome into the channel. I'm going to get a follower command for Admiral. Welcome. Enjoy your 20 meatballs. Eat them now. I order you. No, you don't have to. But, welcome to the Meatball Marauders, soldier. We're not soldiers, but you are. You're the one soldier of the Meatball Marauders. You need to go do our dirty work and our wet work. That's your mission. Spazzy saying this was a successful raid. Thanks to everyone who stopped in. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the show. I really do want to say, like, Spazzy, thank you for bringing your community in here, and guys for jumping into the show. Definitely a change of pace from Master Chief Collection, but hopefully you're enjoying it. Oh, and I didn't hear, which Halo were you playing? What is your Halo, your preferred Halo? All right, this area is going to definitely be like black up here, but we'll fill it in with brown anyway. Doing Halo 3, nice. That is the one for me. I tried my hand at being a competitive Halo 3 player back in the day. I was on GameBattles.net. I don't know if it's still around. Is that still around, GameBattles.net? Or do they have another platform for that kind of stuff now? But yeah, my team basically lost every match, and we were terrible, so that was a short-lived dream. But I did go to some tournaments, and I saw some cool gameplay. if anyone wants to see the picture that we're drawing, you can search. You can actually just search Dragon Quest XI on Google. It's one of the first ones that comes up. It's like the key art for the game where they're all sort of standing in front of the big tree, doing Sylvando's section of that. Spazzy's saying, trying to get the controls perfect because the Xbox One port feels a bit off. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I remember, this isn't probably what you're talking about, but control-wise, there was always like the arguments of different layouts on the controller to use, of like if you should be using the default one or the way that they had it in Halo 2, or I think the one I used to use was either called Bumper Jumper or Boxer Jumper. I forget which one, but it basically made the controls more like a PC game where you know, weren't inhibited when you wanted to jump by taking your hand off of the stick. And I always thought that was the way to go. Damn, this sharpener. Admiral saying, I think there's a few different competitive sites. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure which is like the one these days. But at the time, Game Battles was definitely where it was at least for the people I knew. So I assume you will be getting Halo Eternal? No, Halo Infinite, right? Spazzy's saying, we're trying to get into our zone again. Yeah, back to that Halo 3 glory days, baby. Those were the days. Forge mode. Everybody making these weird, like, crazy maps on console. That was, like, so cool. You know, nobody was doing that on console where you could so quickly and easily, like, jump in and start making things. I remember the one I always used to like was the D-Day map on... Was Zanzibar in that game, or something like Zanzibar? Where like you had to come from the beach and they would be dropping barrels on the ground so it's like bombs. It was pretty intense. Let's just kind of go over this area with green a little bit. And we're gonna do this. And then we gotta get some black shading in here. We're at 5% battery life. Getting close to the end. Halo Infinite, Spazzy's saying. There you go. Yeah, Halo Infinite. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if anyone knows what it is, but I'll probably play it. Having said that, I actually didn't play Halo 5, so maybe I won't play it. I will possibly play it. I wasn't a big fan of Halo 4. I loved 3. I thought the story in 4 was not what I wanted, and it also they didn't explain... I think you're supposed to have like read a book or something, one of the novels, like in order to understand the story. And I just really did not like that they didn't even catch you up on what was going on. So yeah, I was mad at Halo 4, and then I didn't get Halo 5. Although it looked cool, the co-op stuff and everything. It looked fun. Decaf gave up on drawing tracing, but I'm working on a coloring page of Thor now. Nice. Yeah, you have that book of like superhero coloring book pages, right? That's cool. There was it was a toss-up when I was getting my Harry Potter one, the coloring book that we've usually been doing on stream. It was a toss-up between that and a Black Panther one. But the Harry Potter one had more pages, so I went with that because I figured I'll get more episodes out of it. But yeah, the Black Panther one was cool. I was thinking about doing that. They also have like a Marvel Cinematic Universe. Maybe that's the one you have, of like all different movies. I'm kind of like skimping on his like the folds in his leg. But we are at 4% battery, so it's a bit of a race against time here. Sylvando. Completed. Let's say. Hold on, let me actually take a look at him. Is he completed? I think he's completed. I'm going to say he's completed. Sylvando completed. It's hard to do that because it keeps crashing into my my tripod. There we go. Sylvando done. Let's get a little signature. Ladies and gents, that's going to do it for the show. Thank you so much to Spazzy for raiding into this episode here. And thank you to everybody who joined. Anyone who doesn't know my channel, first off, we're going to raid at the end of this, so stay tuned if you want to join that rave train. But before we go, anyone who doesn't know the channel, it's called The Voice of Nick. I play video games live 3 times a day and 7 days a week. Right now I'm out of town, so we're actually doing we are doing a bunch of, out-of-town style streams off my iPhone, which I would go for longer, but it is dying. So we're going to raid out of this thing. If you want to see more of my stuff, whether it is the video game shows, where I usually play story-based games, or the artwork streams like drawing, inking, or tracing, or coloring, a lot of different kinds of drawing streams, then hit that follow button if you are interested. I believe it is up here on the iPhone. So we're currently at 14, thanks to the new followers who came off of that raid as well. Welcome to everybody who is new to the channel. And if you like the channel, you want to support what I do, then consider subscribing. Subscribers, of course, get all of the benefits that we typically talk about on stream. You won't see a graphic for it, but you get the Voice of Nick emote, legendary status in the chat and Discord, 200 meatballs, higher chance to win in the heist minigames, and ad-free streams. You also get the badge and access to the sub movie nights. That's 7 things. Plus, more things, possibly, depending on what gets added. Another great way to support the stream is to cheer or donate. Donation leaderboards this week are blank, but cheer leaderboards have people in all the top 3 spots. Panda Man in 3rd place with 34 cheer. Thank you to Panda Man. 2nd place, George Witt with 155. That's a purple level cheer. Thank you to George Witt. 1st place is Space Dust with 200. That's a purple level cheer as well. Thank you to Space Dust. Thank you to everybody who's supporting the streams. It is highly appreciated. Thumbs up. Is that up? I think it's up. My camera is upside down in order to make the stream look right side up, which is a weird thing, but that's the way that it works, I guess. So let's try and see if we can find somebody to raid before the stream literally shuts me out. Let's see, who's playing a video game right now? A video game. That looks cool. This was a fun show, though. It's a first for me to actually draw a picture live on stream. I usually do coloring books, so it's a new thing we can do, I guess. Okay, let's join this one, guys, because this is a previous gameplay series that we have done as well, and it should be a lot of fun. This is a person named Confused Anubis who's playing Dark Souls for the first time. So that's going to be fun, guys. Let's get in there and join for some Dark Souls. You can see the raid emotes in there and the hype emotes. If you're a subscriber, then copy those raid emotes, post them into the chat. If you're not a subscriber, then you can copy those hype emotes and post them in the chat just to signify that we're coming in the raid. Otherwise, you can post whatever kind of emotes you deem appropriate, whether those are just general raid things or the ones from Spazzy's channel as well. Whatever you guys choose, make sure you post some raid stuff in there so the person feels the love when you get in. So, we're going to jump into this channel right now. Raid Confused Anubis. Let's give it a shot, ladies and... Whoops, gentlemen. I clicked something. What did I click? I don't know. But now, we are about to raid. So, get in there if you want to be a part of it. And thank you so much to everybody who has joined today's episode. It's a really fun... It's a milestone for me. Never done this before. So, thank you to everybody who joined on it. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
by acceleration is so good. Okay. I'll let your car be pattern.
To arms, my minions. We are being invaded.
Oh! The voice of Nick! Thank you for that